sure that you're only loyal fan. Don't replace him. He's got goodies only you can try. And sure she sticks it. Don't you want some? Have some, don't be shy. 'Cause now I'm taking it back.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. In this series we're going to be going through all the astrological zodiac signs, and in this episode we're going to be talking about the 11th sign, yes, which is Aquarius. All right, Aquarius. And of course, with my disclaimer, I just got to let you guys know, you don't just have to be born under the sun season of Aquarius to relate to Aquarius energy, okay? The title of this video is Aquarius Energy. And if you understand astrology, you will understand that we all have Aquarius energy. Just some have more than others depending on what planet you have. So if your moon's in Aquarius, if your rising is in Aquarius, if you have Mars, Jupiter, you can also relate to Aquarius energy. You don't just have to be a sun Aquarius to relate to Aquarius energy, all right? So with that being said, we're here to talk about Aquarius, and the first thing to understand about Aquarius is the traditional symbol of Aquarius, which is the water barrier, okay? The water barrier. And one thing to understand about this symbol is a lot of people get confused and think that the water barrier means that Aquarius is a water sign, and we'll get into why that is not true. But with the water barrier, this represents Aquarius because Aquarius is the sign of humanitarian, okay? You can also arguably say Pisces as well too. But Aquarius is one of the huge zodiac signs that represents humanitarian energy because they're all about contributing to society. And when you look at the water barrier, it is pouring its water down, okay? Water representing resource, okay? Not the element water, which is emotions, but resources, being a resource to humanity, okay? This is Aquarius. Aquarius is all about thinking about the bigger picture for society. How do we advance and make society better, okay? And this is contributing. This is giving your 2 cents, okay? This is giving your source. This is giving resources to society, to humanity. Aquarius are always inventing and reinventing ideas in order to better our society, okay? They strongly contribute to society and make our world better. They advance society, so they are the water barriers. They're giving resources to our world, to our humanity, to our society. They're advancing our systems, okay? So this is a contribution, and this is what the water barrier represents. Contributing, giving your contributions to the world, and you're giving sources, resources. Water is one of the most important resources on this planet, okay? It's how we survive. So being of that, you're being a strong resource to society, a strong contributor. And that is Aquarius energy. Aquarius is all about that. And it's not just for society, it's also with groups. Aquarius is all about groups and connecting with other people and being a contribution. And when you look at group activity, everyone gives in their effort, everyone gives in their 2 cents, everyone is contributing, okay? It's a contribution, and Aquarius rules that and deals with that. That's why they deals with friends and groups, okay? Because they are all about contributing. They're all about coming together and building society. How do we contribute to society, okay? This is the sign of society, okay? The humanitarian. So that is the water barrier, being a resource, not a water sign, okay? Which leads us to the next point, which is Aquarius is an air sign. Yes, Aquarius is an air sign, not a water sign. Okay, so Aquarius deals with the mind. They are mental. They're about their thoughts and communication. Air signs are all about the thoughts and mental processing and communicating their ideas and communicating their thoughts. So very social, okay? Aquarius are social. They like to connect with other people. And this is with all air signs. Air signs are the communicators. They're the ones connecting, okay? So they're going to be very social. Lots of friends, lots of social activity, you know? Very much air signs, and also very smart because, like I said, air signs are mental. They're always, you know, exercising, you know, their minds and their brains, okay? And they're very quick with the mind and the brain. So Aquarius are very smart people, you know, and this is general with air signs in general. You know, very mental, very mentally active people, which makes them smart. Okay, and the next thing to understand is the quality of the element of Aquarius, which is fixed air. Okay, fixed air, and what we said about fixed is stubborn energy. Okay, fixed is staying still, sticking to your thoughts, sticking to your ideas. Okay, so when we look at Aquarius being a fixed air sign, this is fixed thoughts, stubborn thoughts, okay, stubborn mind. Okay, so Aquarius, when they believe in something, when they come up with an idea, when they logically process something, they stick to it, they believe it. Aquarius are very stubborn, and they're very egotistical about their minds and about their brains and about what they know and about their information. Okay, very kind of like a smart aleck. You know, they're just so, you know, stubborn and stuck on their mental thoughts and their ideas, and what they believe in, what they discover, and the information that they process. So they could be big know-it-alls, okay, with this stubborn type of mind where you're fixated on your thoughts. Okay, but also they are very deep thinkers and very fixated, because fixated is focus. So with Aquariuses, they can really go in depth with their thoughts, with their information, with what they know, with what they study. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Okay, Uranus rules Aquarius, and Uranus is the sign of innovation, inventing, spontaneous things happening, shocking things happening. Again, like I said, reinventing, creating new ideas, thinking outside the box, things going left. Okay, surprises, shocks. This is very much Aquarius energy. Okay, Aquarius are very surprising, shocking people. Okay, they like to do things that are unordinary. They're very alternative. Okay, so if everyone is doing something one way, and this is the traditional way of doing something, Aquarius like to do it a different way. Why? Because they're ruled by Uranus. They're all about inventing. Okay, so if we're constantly doing something in the same way, we're sticking to the same traditions and systems. Aquarius, being that it's ruled by Uranus, it wants to break those traditions. It wants to recreate new ways and better ways. This is technology. Aquarius is an air sign, so they're very mental. They know how to pick up information, so they'll study a system, but then they'll get to the point where they want to reinvent it. They want to flip it. Okay, because once you study it, you get the basic structure, and then once you think outside the box, you get that structure, you think outside the box, you get to reinvent it and level it up. You get to upgrade the function. So it with Aquarius and Uranus, it's not just about reinventing and switching it up, but also upgrading it, advancing it, making it better, making it easier. And that's why technology makes our life easier. Okay? Oh, you know, so yes, and Aquarius are very shocking people. They like to do things surprising. They like to dress in weird ways. They like to just do things, and they're like the weird sign, okay? Because they're just inventors. They like to reinvent things. They like to do things differently. They really are the sign of uniqueness, because Uranus is all about uniqueness. Okay, so that is Aquarius. And the next thing to understand about Aquarius is Aquarius rules the 11th house. Okay, so there's 12 houses in astrology, and each sign rules one, and Aquarius rules the 11th house. And the 11th house deals with the society at large. Okay, how we connect to society at large, networking, technology, social media, groups, group activities, social groups, niches in society. Okay, so different groups in society. Okay, cliques. Okay, this is all 11th house. So they're gonna look at society as a whole. So we have the other air signs, you know, where it's Libra, deals with relationships, the other person, and Gemini just deals with any type of communication, any person, anyone near. Aquarius deals with, okay, well, how do we function as a whole? How do we function as a society? So Aquarius is very socially conscious. They're the ones about social rights. This is like the social justice warrior type of archetype. You know, this is about understanding race relations, age relations, sex, all of our issues in society, how we work as groups, how we discriminate groups. So very socially conscious, and that's why Aquarius is always trying to advance our society, not only through technology, but also through how we work, how we communicate with large groups, how we look at different groups, how we look at different racial groups, how we look at different religions. This is why this is always social activism with Aquarius, because they want to change society. They want to change our group dynamics and how we communicate and socialize and network as a world as a whole. Okay, they're looking at the bigger connections, how we work as groups, the patterns. Very socially conscious sign, very socially conscious. They kind of understand how things are happening at a large group level. And when you're conscious of that, you are able to make connections and make things better, and see where things are going wrong, where we need to stop, where we need to stop certain systems and certain traditions that we do as a society that don't work for us. Okay, so Aquarius are going to be very conscious of that, and that is great, and that's why we call them the humanitarian. All right. And the next thing to understand is Aquarius rules the circulatory system. Okay. And this is how our body circulates, our cells and our blood, and all that type of stuff. And this is very much represents the mind of Aquarius. Aquarius is not just also an air sign, so this is already mental energy, but they're ruled by Uranus. Uranus is shocking and quick energies. It's like electric. So they're very fast, and this is very much like the circulatory system, transmitting all this information, all these cells, transporting everything. This is Aquarius energy. So Aquarius can be very jittery too, very nervous. I would even just say they're just very jittery because they have so much going on. Their minds are so stimulated. They're like electricity, literally, okay? So it makes sense that they rule that, okay? And also the season that Aquarius is January 18th to February 19th, okay? So January 18th to February 19th, okay? And this is in the middle of the winter, okay? The middle of the winter. And this is, like we said, Aquarius is a fixed sign. So fixed signs always rule fixed seasons. So this is the middle of the winter, okay? Things are very cold, and I feel like this is a time where you have to get inventive, piggybacking on the theme of Aquarius being the inventor, because once you go through Capricorn season, which initiates this crazy winter season where things are hard and you have to really adapt to this new hard season, now we're stuck in this winter season. So now it's no longer adapting. How do we make this work for us? And this is how we become inventive. This is how we think outside the box. So it's no wonder that Aquarius rules this season. It's no coincidence. So makes sense to me. So I hope you guys understand Aquarius more. It's a very complex sign, actually, but I love it. They're very inventive, very futuristic, and they really are trendsetters, okay? But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that. And if you guys enjoyed the music played in the beginning of this video, please guys check out my music. I have it on Spotify, Apple, on YouTube. I have all the links of my music in the description box below. And also check out my music video here on YouTube as well too. And if you enjoy astrology a lot, book a reading with me. I do $60 readings. You just have to email me and we can go forward with that. So check you guys out next time.